Welcome back. I'm Cherise. This is Self-Discovery Yoga Part 2. If you'll meet me in a comfortable seat on your mat, or if you're just joining us, come to a comfortable seat on your mat if you didn't get Part 1 somehow. Joining in on Part 2. We left Part 1 doing a breathing exercise where we were inhaling as deeply as we could for 4 seconds and then exhaling using sound of your choice for as long as possible. We're trying to extend that exhale out as long as we possibly can. You will need a bolster, some blocks, and a strap for this session. The first thing we're going to do is take a nice deep inhale and raise our arms up, looking up to the sky. And exhale, bring hands to heart center. Let's close our eyes on our next inhale. Same thing though, raise our arms up to the sky, bringing our hands down to heart center. Release your hands, place your left hand behind you and your right hand on your left knee. We're going to take a twist to the left, looking out past our left shoulder if we can. Inhaling deeply, trying to expand our chest. And exhale, release. Hands back to heart center. Inhale, same thing, other side. Place your left hand on your right knee and your right hand behind you, twisting to the right, looking out over your right shoulder, inhaling deeply. And exhaling, meeting back in the center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, let's take both arms and cactus them back, meeting our shoulder blades in the middle of our back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus those arms. Inhale, arms up. Next exhale, hands together. We're going to meet back to heart center. Inhaling again, releasing our hands down behind us, pointing our fingers away. We're just going to inhale and try to expand our chest up as much as we can. And exhale. One more time. Deep inhale, expand. Lift your chest to the sky. Exhale, release everything. Let's twist over and come into a tabletop position. I'm just going to go ahead and have you take your right foot and step it to the outside of your right hand. And then we're just going to extend our left leg back, curl our toes under, and lift our left knee off the floor. If you can't do this, that's fine. You can still rest your knee on the floor with the top of your foot down on your mat. We're just going to take a little lizard stretch here real quick. Trying to warm the body, keep the body warm. Sorry, not sorry. Inhaling deeply. And exhale, lower the knee back down. Flip the foot, step the right foot back. Inhaling other side, just simply step the left foot up next to your left hand. Stretch your right foot back, curl your toes under, and lift that knee up off the floor. Exhale, release it back down, step your left foot back. Let's just step out into our plank position. And what we're going to do here is just a real quick little strength exercise. Take your right foot and step it out. Take your left foot and step it out. Right foot back in, left foot back in. One more time. Right foot out, left foot out, and try to use your breath as you're doing this. Right foot in, left foot in. Release the knees to your mat. Good job, guys. We had envisioned in the first practice, push yourself back into a extended child's pose. Bring your knees to the outer edges of your mat and just push yourself back. Feel free to rest your head on the mat. You may also rest your head on a block or bring a bolster underneath your body to support you, but we're just going to relax here. And we're going to talk about that image of our favorite place to be. It can be Granny's house when you were 6 and she used to bake you cookies after school. Whatever the place is that brings you the most joy, I want you to try to bring your mind to that place. You're still bringing your attention and your awareness to your breath, but we're trying to just find an easy place that we can be at ease. I chuckled the first time and called it happy place, but it really is. This is a place that we know we can always come to with our breath, where nothing else really matters. We're right here in the present moment. When we come to our mat, we're supposed to leave everything behind. It's hard not to bring stuff. I feel like we should bring our whatevers to the mat. I feel like this is the place that we get healing. Let's exhale and meet back up into a tabletop position. Curl our back toes under, lift the hips, and let's meet in a downward facing dog. This is the place where we can go inside. This is our safe zone. This is our time for us to go inside, to make space, to heal, to return to our true self and who we really are. Exhale, let's just simply walk our hands back to meet our feet. And on our next inhale, we are going to one vertebrae at a time, very slowly, as slow as we can, roll ourselves up into a standing position and take a mountain pose at the back of our mat. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, float them back down. Inhale, raise your arms up. The next exhale, we are going to lower our arms down, but we're going to twist to the right. And then inhale, arms back up. Next exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, arms back up, float everything back down. Inhale, arms up. Next inhale, hands meet all the way down the midline, forward fold. Let your head hang loose here. Feel free to widen your stance just a little bit. You can grab a hold of opposite elbows here and just swing your body side to side. Inhaling, and on that exhale, just relax and let it all go. Shake your head out if you need to. Let's just be aware of here, where we are right now in this moment. We're here together in this loving space where we can be ourselves, where we can love ourselves. And then we're able to, once we get into a good practice, take that off the mat into our lives. On your next exhale, if you have a hold of your elbows, let's release those down to the mat. And this time we are going to walk it back out, our hands back towards the front of your mat into your down dog. Down dog, down. Pull those hips up and back, navel to spine. Taking a few breaths here. And on our next exhale, we're going to roll through into plank position and take a Vinyasa Flow. So Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths, walk it out if you need to. This is your time to do what makes your body feel good. And on your next exhale, roll through into plank position again. This time what we are going to do is place our left knee on the floor and twist our foot out off our mat just a little bit to the left. Bring your right foot in line. Make sure your hips are in line with each other. And then we're going to raise the right arm up to the sky. We're going to stretch it on over. We're going to try to get as long as we can here and really stretch out that right side while at the same time trying to expand your chest up. Inhale deeply. Exhale. One more time. Inhale deeply. And on your next exhale, let's release everything back down to the mat. Coming into a tabletop position. And then we're going to do the other side. So, right foot out, left foot down at the bottom of your mat. And on your next inhale, take your left hand, raise it up to the sky, and then we're just going to reach forward. Try to be as long as we can here. See what you feel. Follow your breath inside. Exhale. One more big inhale. And on your next exhale, releasing everything back down to the mat. Let's flip on or roll over your left hip and come into a seated position on your mat again. We're going to do just a little bit of floor work before we go. But actually, let's go ahead and roll on over to our backs. Make your back flush with the mat. Try to bring your heels to your buttocks if you can. Try to just get them as close as you can. It doesn't matter how close you get, just get them as close as you can. And then on your next inhale, you're going to raise your right foot up to the sky, flexing that foot and pointing that foot. Flexing that foot and pointing that foot. And then we're going to roll it one direction. And then we're going to go back the other way we just came. And just keep going through that process for a few minutes. Flexing and pointing, rolling it one direction and then rolling the other. And you can switch it up if you want. We're going to go through 4 rounds. So this is already 3. And then we're going to switch to the other side. Point and flex, roll it one direction, roll it the other. And then on your next exhale, release that foot back down to the mat. Take your left foot up on your next inhale, flexing that foot and pointing that foot. And then we're going to roll it one direction and then back the way we came. On your next exhale, release your foot back down to the mat. We're going to raise our right leg back up again and take our arms and place them behind your right thigh and just draw your leg into your body. Inhale and exhale. deep inhale. And on our exhale, we are going to release that foot back down to the mat. Inhale, other side, foot up, placing our hands behind our thigh and giving gentle pressure, only gentle pressure, never push. Inhaling deeply and exhaling, releasing that foot back down to the mat. So inhale and raise your right leg up to the sky. We are going to do a half baby, half happy baby. So grab the outer edge of your right foot, your knife edge with your right hand, and try to draw that knee down to the mat. Now watch your hips when you do this. Make sure that your hips are staying square on your mat, that you're not pulling your left hip up off the mat as you draw your right knee down to your shoulder. And on your exhale, release that leg back over. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Half happy baby on the other side. Left hand grabs outer edge of left foot. Keeping our hips square and flush on the mat, we pull that right knee down to right shoulder. Keeping our shoulders on the floor. Try not to let your shoulders come up off the floor. Here. And keeping them down away from our ears. And on our next exhale, releasing